Hi, I'm Antonio Carmena, and here we are in the kitchen to do pastry cream. The first thing that we need to do is get the milk in the pot, and we are gonna put it to heat up. And we're gonna get a vanilla bean, and we're gonna cut it in half. And then from there, we're gonna take all the little parts in the middle. That's the little caviar that we want, which is the vanilla, the inside of the vanilla, and it's what we want for our cream, okay? There we go. And we're gonna let it heat up until a boiling point. Then in another side, let me clean this here. In another side, I put in a bowl, I put a paper towel dent because I'm gonna want my bowl to be supported and steady. And I'm going to put 2 egg yolks. This recipe, the recipe that you're gonna see is cut in half. So I'll give you a bigger quantity to make a bigger quantity of cream, pastry cream, but this is a smaller quantity. I cut it in half. So the first thing we do with the egg yolks, we add them with sugar. Now when you start adding the sugar already is start cooking the yolks, so you have to work them easy. Now we want to make it look, as you see, it's very yellow paste, and we want to make it lighter yellow. So we beat it until it starts coming lighter and lighter, the color, as you see is happening. Now, when we got to this stage where you see that it's much lighter than before, we are gonna add some flour and corn flour, both of them, which they're gonna act as the thickening agent for the castor, okay? So we beat it all and mix it well. And when we're done, the milk, I don't want it to burn, so it's boiling already, the milk. When we're done with this, we want to bring the milk into the eggs. For that, what we need to do is temper the eggs. We cannot just dump the whole milk in the eggs because they would curdle. So little by little, we do a little bit, and we start like beating to incorporate heat in those eggs, and it would lighten up also the mixture that we have. The beautiful thing about using real vanilla instead of a vanilla extract is that you're gonna see all those little specks of dots, of black dots, you know, in your castor, which it just makes it so beautiful and so much nicer. Now that the eggs have been tempered, I can start adding more the milk. And we want to add also a little bit the vanilla pot. I don't mind it because it's gonna go in there, gonna give more flavor. Now what we need to do is all this mix again that we have created. Make sure it's well mixed in. We're gonna transfer it to here again. And we're gonna turn on the heat again. A little less heat than before, not so high, because I want to be able to get thickened but not too fast. And now we just keep moving Let me try my hands. Keep moving this until it starts getting thicker and thicker, which it will in a couple of minutes. Pastry cream is, for me, one of the easiest, funnest things to make, and you can use it in so many desserts, tartlets, tarts. We're gonna use it in our eclairs today. That if you go to the cream puffs, you can see how we made the eclairs little breads. As you see, it's starting to thicken, but it takes a little bit of time. Look how it's thickening. Can you see how it's not anymore milky? It's more a thick, creamy dough. I'm gonna keep it for a few seconds more so it thickens a little more because I want it a little thick. And here we go. So this is the result of this is the pastry cream. Now what we have to do with it, once again, is go back to the bowl. And what I do is I put a colander to shift it. Let me change from this to a tongue, because we want to try to get as much of this good, tasty thing. The reason why I put it in the shifter is because when I was tempering the eggs, any part of the eggs have curdle, it will stay in the top and it won't go. So it will leave it very nice and smooth, the pastry cream. But the vanilla pods, the little dots, will go through. And as you see, that is the result that we want. I think I did a very good job not curling the eggs because I don't have any left besides the vanilla pod, as you can see. So, good. Now don't forget the bottom of the shifter, because that's still so many of the good cream. Now we cannot put this right away to the refrigerator because it's too hot. So you need to cool it. For that, I just move it in the same bowl and it will cool it down. It will let the steam come out. Yeah? Then now it looks a little loose, but it's also because it's very hot. When it cools down, it gets thick, a little bit thicker. So you don't want to make it too thick when you're cooking it in the beginning, because if not, later it will be too much of a paste. And the other reason why I use cornstarch and flour is because cornstarch, if you use in pastry cream only cornstarch, it becomes very gooey and gelatinous, and I don't like it. And if you use only flour, it becomes too pasty. So I mix both of them to have a little balance of both of them, and that's my personal taste. But if you don't have one or the other one, you could just add the whole thing of one of them, and it would make the same effect. So you don't have to worry about that. But these days you can actually get cornstarch anywhere. So, I mean, I think it was always something easy to get, at least in Europe when I grew up. Alright, so here we are with the cream. This is the final result. Do you see the dots there? That's what we want. And now, before we put it in the refrigerator to cool down, I put a little plastic wrap right on the top, so I get it inside and I place it right on the cream. This will prevent from creating a skin to the cream, to the pastry cream, while it's cooling down, which we don't want a skin. So we put it there, and then it goes to the refrigerator, and in half an hour we have pastry cream. So let's see. Okay, while the dough is finishing cooling, I'm gonna show you, we have the eclairs that we did, or the outside of the eclairs that we did, and you just make little holes right here. See? Some people suggest you to do them on the side, you know. I prefer to do them on the top because then we're gonna put a ganache of chocolate on top and nobody's gonna see really how you got inside the cream. Our cream here just finished cooling down, as you see, because we had the plastic. It didn't create any skin, and it's all nice as you see, and as I told you, thicker than when we had it warm. And we're gonna transfer it to our pipe to pipe it inside the eclairs. So it looks so nice also. And eclairs is a great little bite of dessert that you don't have to have a big bite, but to me gives you like such a good amount of flavor and sweetness, and I see it as a perfect little dessert. And if you make it in sizes like this, who needs any more? You just need a little bit of sweet. Oh, that's my thought. All right, so we have pastry cream here, and then we grab them and we stick the tip right inside, and we start like feeling. You'll feel it because it starts getting heavy. When you grab them, they're very light, and they'll start getting heavy. And also, you see that it starts coming out, the dough. Okay, so I'm gonna finish all this, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, here we are finishing the last two. And what I did is a ganache of chocolate. I usually do it with equal parts of chocolate and milk, because the normal ganache is with cream, but when you do it with milk, it's still very nice and very good, and I don't think I need all the cream of the cream. Anyway, so this is the final product. As you see, you let them cool down in the refrigerator for a couple hours, and then they're ready to eat. I'm sure you like them.